But we're going to switch gears for now from dining to decor. What happens when a home reno forces your hand and another project gets added to the mix? For Arren, it meant rolling with the punches and redoing his principal bedroom. So Arren, how did you go from roof to bedroom?
So it was very unexpected, but kind of not. The roof was the one thing that we hadn't taken on properly when we first renovated the house 10 years ago. So we realized we had to do it. And when we did it, not only did the roof have to be replaced, but the ceiling on our complete upper floor had to be replaced too. So that meant in the principal bedroom that all the grass cloth wallpaper had to be painstakingly stripped off by us. And then the renovation had to go ahead. But the wallpaper was just such a hassle, and it was such a beautiful part of the room that we knew we had the big opportunity to have a change.
Okay, so I'm sad. I'm pouring one out for the grass cloth wallpaper, but how did you change it up?
So once we had taken down the wallpaper, we basically went back to white walls. We really saw the opportunity to do something very, very different. We knew we were going to reuse the vintage furniture that was first lacquered and sprayed 11 years ago because we love it and it's still very functional. And that's in kind of a great beige tone. So we wanted to play around with that color palette because that was really the driving force for the whole space. So we painted the walls in my new favorite Benjamin wall color, which is white dove. And then the pattern on top is a really fantastic color called Vichy.
This is the amazing thing about this. Your new wall treatment is not wallpaper. You hand painted those walls. Tell us about that.
Yes, I did. So, you know what? I was really inspired from a trend perspective by what's happening in design right now. So we're seeing tons of great overscale hand-painted patterns showing up on walls, whether they're hand-painted or whether they're mural wallpaper. And I really wanted to get in on that look with the bedroom. So the inspiration for me came from an artist that I love called David Hockney, who's actually hand-painted swimming pools in his career in kind of Hollywood, in New York, and all sorts of places. And the patterns that he did are very kind of brush strokey, they're very drippy and they're very imperfect. So I thought I could take that on as well. So really the idea was 6-inch brush, big can of paint, and then a huge belief in my own ability to actually make it all happen.
Well, you know what? You made it all happen. It looks absolutely incredible, and your DIY didn't end there. You reupholstered the headboard too, and it looks fantastic. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the headboard and actually the bed frame as well were originally upholstered in a really fantastic, very graphic David Hicks fabric, which I totally love, but it was time for that to go as well. So we went for something much simpler and did it in kind of a linen boucle fabric, which really, again, helps to lighten and brighten up the room. But the thing about it is the headboard and the bed frame could not leave the house during the renovation. It kind of was fitted in here and it just kind of worked. So it was covered in plastic. So we actually had to upholster it ourselves, staple gun fabric, and hopefully no swear words during the process. And we managed to get it all done.
Now, did you find that difficult? I love the fact that it is so oversized, but was that a tough project or was it fairly easy?
It was definitely a two-man project. We have a very heavy-duty staple gun, and that really was the key, is two people stretching, stapling as you go, taking time to smooth everything out. I'm exceptionally proud of the corners actually on the bed frame, which I'll have to show you guys. But they are, like, it is about taking your time and not worrying about pieces that aren't really going to be seen. So you just kind of work your way around the whole piece. But what it actually did was it really opened up the space from a color perspective. And even though there's lots of pattern on the wall and there's kind of the great big headboard here, it really gave us an opportunity to play around with bedding, because before we had so much texture and pattern with everything else that the bedding had to be very plain. So now we're going to have more fun with that, and I like to change things up on a regular basis. So we've got this really gorgeous ochre bedding that I found at Amazon, which I totally love, and then mixing in with that pattern in the great big shams that you see in the back. They're embroidered in gold, and a super textured blanket, and those are all from West Elm.
Oh, beautiful. It's lovely and textured, and it's all tone on tone, so it's really quite soothing. Now, I can't leave this project without mentioning the artwork. It's pretty spectacular. So
this was actually a surprise birthday gift for my husband, David. It's two giant photographs of our little darlings, Alfie and Spot, that were surprised to him, basically showing up in the house completely framed. Friends came over to take the photographs. I took the shots to a local printing shop and had them blown up huge and framed up in a simple rubber frame, and they really are the great focal points in the room. But I don't know, would you actually think about doing your kids so big up on the wall like that?
Not the human ones, maybe the furry one.
Maybe Aussie, yes, there we go.
Maybe Aussie. Arren, thank you so much. Great tips, beautiful work you've done. Oh my goodness, I'm so impressed with the wall that you did. See, your confidence matched your ability.